My name's Rich Harrington, and welcome to this edition of Understanding Adobe Photoshop. Today, we're going to take a look at the History Brush, which is essentially a tool that lets you paint backwards in time. Here's how it works. I've opened up an image, and what I'm going to do is stylize this image and then restore some details. So let's go ahead and first off, call up the History panel. There it is, and I see that the document has been opened, so it tracked that state. Now we can apply any filters or adjustments as we see fit. Let's go ahead and stylize this a bit. I'm going to actually choose Image Adjustments HDR Toning, which is new to Photoshop CS5. And we're going to go ahead here and do a little bit of highlight compression. We're going to do a little bit of local adaptation. Let's play with the gamma, darken that down just a bit, pull exposure down, really pump the detail up and the color. And we're getting sort of a stylized look that a lot of folks like. Let's back off saturation. Well, that's pretty good. I'll click OK. I'm now going to duplicate that, Command J to duplicate the layer and blur it a bit. That looks good. And let's set that to multiply mode so it darkens it down a bit. Lower the opacity to about 70%. And I'm going to flatten that image. Now at this point in the History panel, you see several things have happened to the image. I could choose to paint backwards in time to any one of them. So for example, I'll just click next to Open here, and with the History brush, I could start to paint. So if I want to, I could paint this area in, and notice I'm actually restoring that back to the original state of the image. So in this case, that area inside where the dials are is not stylized at all. Let's choose Undo for a second. I can also paint that at a lower opacity, so I'll back that down to about 30%. And now as I paint, some of the detail is restored. It's still stylized, but it's making that text a little easier to read. And if I want to, I can even build up my strokes. That looks good there. And let's just paint over the word down here a bit, making that come through. There we go. And there you have it. Here we've combined both the new state and the original state with the History brush. Remember, it works in conjunction with the History panel, and it's very important that you place that brush icon next to the state you want to use. This is going to give you the precise control you want in order to paint backwards in time. For Understanding Adobe Photoshop, my name's Rich Harrington.